Share sponsor Nishma Sam Yakashom Lab Basitzchok. We're holding in Bobekamo Daf Lamidalit. So to Gemara, we're starting 6 lines from the top. Tony Rabbanan, Shor Shovim Masayim Shinokach Shor Shovim Masayim. You have an ox which is worth 200, and a Gorian ox worth 200. V'chovel boy b'chamish mizuz, and what it did, it caused a damage of 50. V'shovach v'omad al arba moizus. Now the shor increased in value. It used to be worth 200. It went down by 50, and now it's worth 400. Now, what's the point here? Great, it's worth more. If he would not damage him, the shor would be worth 800. This shor was becoming bigger, stronger, fatter, value in the market went up, and it used to be worth 200, it could have been worth 800. Because it damaged it, it's not worth 800 anymore, it's only worth 400. Now, what is the point over here? Ilmalezikoi. Rashi brings here 2 explanations. Let's see Rashi instead. Rashi says, Shilmalezikoi, kloimai, because the Nizak has a claim. It says, Rabbi, I should make this shor worth 800 because of your damage is only 400. Therefore, that's why he pays him 25. Meaning, what's going on over here? The shor of Reuven gores the shor of Shimon. Shor of Shimon is worth 200, that's worth only 150. But 2 days later, it's worth 400. So it tells Reuven to Shimon, what do you care? Your shor is, I know your shor, I damaged it. Instead of being 200, it became 150. But now it's worth 400, so you got your money back. Says Shimon to Reuven, yeah, but without your damage, it would be worth double. Your damage stopped him from increasing in value. So therefore, you still have to pay me half of what you damaged. You damaged 50, you have to pay me 25. That's the first shot of Rashi. The Lashon Achar of Rashi, skipping a few lines of Rashi, Rashi says, ועכשיו תביע נזק 200, חצי של 400, חצי נזק שהפסידו. Meaning, Shimon comes to Reuven and says, Reuven, this shor, which is worth now 400, it could have been 800. So you damaged me now by 400. Give me 200. On this we say, no, you pay only 25, which is the first damage. Now what it could have increased the value. Rashi will be Murchiach later in the Sugya, the next few lines, like the first pshat. But Tosfos right away says, you never pay for what could have been. That's not even happening. Why? He says, I'll bring you a right. Let's say you have a small shor. The shor, there's a regular shor, not that increased in value, different than the normal. But you have a shor which is small, which is 2 weeks old. There comes another shor and gores it and kills it. You could say, listen, this calf could have been in 2 years from now, would be a huge bull. So pay me 10 times its value. You don't say that. I don't say, well, it could have been in the future. So therefore, such days is the second pshat of Rashi is hard to understand, because that means that there's even a hava, they have to pay you based on a later value. So going back to the first pshat of Rashi, what is the Gemara discussing? The Gemara is discussing that the mazik says, what did I do wrong? It was worth 200, now it's worth 400. The answer is, what you did wrong could have been worth much more, so at least pay your damage. So that's what we're saying. We go based on Shas Nezek, which is half of the actual original Nezek. Kichesh, if the shor went lower in value. Kishas Amod B'dim, so we go based on the current Amod B'dim. So, and we'll see in the Gemara soon why. Meaning, we're saying this shor was worth 200, so even though the time of the Nezek, it went down only 50, but if when it came to base, it went down by 100, you have to pay more. Shivach Mazik, if the Mazik increased in value, so noisim like Kishas Nezek, you still go based on the original Nezek and give and as the Gemara was going to say, we learned in the previous daf, Rabbi Kiva said became a partner. So I'm not giving you as a partner, I'm giving you only what the value that you deserve based on Shas Nezek. Kichesh, Kishas Amod B'dim. But if the mazik went down in value, so then, let's say the mazik is worth 200. How much does the nizik deserve? 25. 25 is 1/8. So if now the mazik went down from 200 to 100, so he's not going to pay 25, he's going to pay only 12 and a half. So now the Gemara is going to come and explain this brisa. Hold on, man. Shvach mazik noisek kishas nezik. If the mazik increased in value, so the mazik was worth 200, now it's worth 400. So you don't say that the nizak, the one who's got damage, he got 25 in the time of the nezik, so now he has 50 because it's worth double. Says more, Mani Abishmal. It's Abishmal do Omar Bal Chayvu. The Zuzu Dumasikli. He says, with Abishmal, what you learned in the previous daf. According to Abishmal, the one who got damaged doesn't become the owner of the damager. He just owes him, the damager just owes him money. So therefore, I don't care that the ox increased in value. Aim a safe, look at the next part of the brayso. Kichesh Kishas Amod Bedin. If it decreased in value, then you go based on Amod Bedin, meaning, so if the show was worth 200, now it's worth only 100, so the one who got damaged, Shimon, he won't get 25, he'll get 12 and a half. Why? Because he's a partner right away. So Reisha Bishmon to Rabbi Akiva, there's a contradiction between the Reisha and the Sefer. If the Mazi increased in value, say that he's not a partner. If it decreased in value, he is a partner. How do we understand this? Says the Gemara, Kula Rabbi Akiva. So Rabbi Akiva he's saying the whole thing. We're talking about the fact that the owner of the shore fed the shore and made it fat. This shore was worth 200. Shimon, who got damaged, becomes the owner. He owes now 25. Now Reuben goes and feeds the shore and makes him big, and the shore now is worth double. So he tells Shimon, you're not part of it. You never did anything for it. So therefore you don't get it. So we talk about the Rifenim. Look at the top of the beginning of the Brayso. We're talking about the case of the Nizak. The Nizak, the one who got damaged, is worth more. Like Reuven's shore damaged Shimon's shore. Shimon's shore was worth 200, went down to 150, but now it's worth 400. So and why is it worth 400? What happened? It's like the Sefer that Shimon fed it. It was pitboy. If he fed it, you have to tell me that we don't go based on the later value. Now, here Rashi says, this goes very good according to the first pshat that Rashi said before. Because what was the chiddush of the brayso? That Shimon tells Reuben, you need to pay me 25. Even though now, it was worth 200, now it's worth 400, you still have to pay me for 25 of the original nezik that you damaged 50. Why? Because without your damage, it would be worth not 400, it would be worth 800. That's what Shimon tells Reuven. So now the Gemara says, what's the chiddush? Of course, Shimon is the one who made it worth 800. Why should Reuven benefit from the fact that it's worth more if Shimon paid for it? That's how, according to the first shot, is very, very glad. But according to the second shot, what's going on over here? Shimon is coming to Reuven and saying, I want you to pay me for more. So why do you want to pay me for more? He says, this shore is worth 400, it was supposed to be worth 800. So I want you to pay me for more. So the Gemara, no, but you paid for it. You invested in the shore. That's what the Gemara is asking. So it says Rashi, okay, so it's still a title. I invest in the shore. I put $100 into the shore. Normally, if I put $100, my yield, my benefit, the increase in value would be 400. The increase in value is only 200. So I am asking for a title. Why is that different? What changes from the fact that I'm pitmoy, the change in understanding? So the Gemara now is saying, according to you, that the way increased in value is because there was an investment made over here. So that doesn't make sense. What's the chiddush? According to the second shot, we still have a chiddush over here. That's why she says, let's say like the first shot. So so the Reisha speaks about in both cases. The shore, Nizak, the damaged shore, increased the value either naturally or because its owner invested in it. And the chiddush is that when it was naturally, the Mazik Reuven still pays like Shas even though right now it increased the value. But you say, I don't care to increase the value. It could have increased much more. I look at Shas Same for the end, it speaks about the Mazik, that's only Kishapitva. That's why, even though Shimon is a partner in the Mazik, he still doesn't get the value because he didn't invest it. So the ratio could speak in both cases. The Sefer speaks only on one of the cases. So if the shor went down in value, you go based on what it is worth right now. Why did it go down in value? Meaning the owner of the damaged shor made it work and then it lost value. So the Reuben will tell Shimon, of course I'm not going to pay you. It's your fault that you made it work. What happened here is the Shimon's shor decreased in value because of the wound. Reuben's shor wounded Shimon. Shimon now is worth less, and as time goes by until they go to Beis Din, he's losing more and more and more value because of his injury. The Omerlei tells him, "Karno the toiruch kavirabe." The horn of your shor is buried in my shor, meaning it's the reason why it's decreasing in value is because of the goring, because of the damage. So the Mishnah. So you have a shor, you have a gore, you have a ox, who's worth 200, and a gore is an ox worth 200. And the nevela, the dead animal, is worth nothing. This is what the pasuk says. That's the classic case of the Torah. The Torah said, if you have a shor of Reuven who damages the shor of Shimon, and shor of Reuven is worth 200, shor of Shimon is worth 200, and now it's worth nothing. So that's what we said. You take the shor of Reuven, you divide the value. Reuven and Shimon become either partners or Kurta B'Shmuel. Shimon has a tviyah, is able to extract money from this shor. That's the case. That's according to you. That's the pshat in the pasuk. It says, sorry, I read it wrong. Is that the halacha? You fulfill the first part of the pasuk. It makes a lot of sense. You sell the shor chai. What about the second part? The second part is the pasuk goes on and says you will divide also the dead animal, the carcass. You have to divide the nevela. So according to you, the nevela is worth nothing. What are you going to divide over here? So that's not the case in the Torah. So what is the case in the Torah? You have a shor worth 200, goring a shor worth 200. The nevela is worth 50. So how much is the damage? 150. So the mazik and nizak will split the live animal and the dead animal. The live animal is worth 200, each one gets 100. And the dead animal, each one is worth 50, each one gets half, which is 25. So they each one remain with 125, as the Gemara says right away. So meaning, says Rabbi Yehuda to Rameir that the case of the Torah is not speaking there's 200, go to 200, and there's no value to the nevela. Talk about a case that the nevela is worth something. So right away says the Gemara, Tanabah. Right? There's a shor worth 200, or a shor 200, the nevela is worth 50. Each one takes half of each one of the shor. According to Rabbi Kiva, this lashon goes very well. They're partners. And we're saying they're dividing the shor chai into half, and we're dividing the shor mace into half. So each one gets 125. This is the shor mentioned in the Torah. That's the case. That's a classic case of the Torah. That's not the case of the Torah. The case of the Torah is you have a shor with 200, going a shor with 200. And the veil is with nothing. And that's what it says. You divide the live shor, the shor which damaged, which is worth 200, you divide it in half. So how do you explain the next words of the pasuk? The gam is semesichitzun. You said the mace is worth nothing. Says the word pchas shepochasoy miso machzin b'chai. The damage of the death, you put it in the live animal. What does it mean? Says Rashi, pchas shepochasoy miso machzin b'chai. Kloima neveilu l'shaychik b'mazik. We're not talking about in the case of the Torah. There's a neveilu. Ela shomis neveilu kal pchusim demei achshav mish'or shaychai. You take the neveilu, you value how much is worth less, which in this case it's worth 0. You give him half of the pchas. Right? Meaning, the Torah says, when the Torah says, means how do I value the damage? Check out how much is the dead animal worth. Check how much the neveilu is worth. And based on the worth of the neveilu, look at the difference. And that difference is the chiluk, is what the mazik and the nizik divide. Ma'inef Kamina. So here the Gemara is explaining. The Kamina between Rameir and Rabbi, what's the classic case of the Torah, is does the mazik take a part in the neveilu of the nizak? We have a discussion regarding the mazik, regarding the damager. The Shor of Reuven damages Shor of Shimon. So Shimon takes a part in the Shor of Reuven. According to Rabbi Akiva, as a partner, according to Rabbi Shmuel, as a tviyah, as a shibud. What about the dead animal? According to Rabbi Yehuda, the dead animal, the neveilu, is also split. They divided between them. According to Rabbi Meir, the Shimon, Reuven the mazik, Reuven the damager, doesn't touch the neveilu of Shimon. So what do you do with the neveilu? Based on the neveilu, you see the value. So if I see the neveilu right now is worth 50, and the original animal is worth 200, so what is the damage? The damage is 150. Short time pays half, you pay 75. The case of the Torah talks about that there's no neveilu. The neveilu is worth nothing. So the damage is 200, you take 100. Says the Gemara, Michde. So at the end of the day, there's no real chiluk between Rabbi Shmuel and Rabbi Akiva, between Rameir and Rabbi Yehuda. They both agree that the nizak, that Shimon, gets 125. According to Rabbi Yehuda, how does it work? We'll talk about the case that Rameir and Rabbi Yehuda argue. You have a show which is worth 200, you have a show worth 200, and the neveilu is worth 50. So the damage is 150. So according to Rabbi Yehuda, the mazik and nizak split the live shor. Each one takes 100. They split the dead animal. Each one takes 25. So how much does each one get? 125. Gevaldik. According to Rabbi Meir, what happens over here? They don't split the dead animal. You just value based on the dead animal. What was the damage? 150. So if it's 150, the nizak gets 75. Plus it takes the neveilu. 75 plus 50 is what? 125. So what's the difference between Rameir and Rabbi Yehuda? At the end of the day, you have 125. So what's why benayu? What happens if the neveilu decreased in value? According to Rabbi Meir, if the neveilu decreased, the neveilu belongs to the nizak, to Shimon. Now it went down in value. Reuven doesn't lose anything. But according to Rabbi Yehuda, the neveilu now is also up. They divide the neveilu itself. Reuven and Shimon can't become partners in the neveilu. So if the neveilu went down in value, Reuven also loses. Rameir saw pchas neveilu the nizak. The only one who loses is the nizak. Rabbi Yehuda saw pchas neveilu the mazik. Mazik a palgo. He loses 50% of the value. Says the Gemara. Rashi says that the nafkamina is if the damage was between the time of death and the time of mechira. Says the Gemara, Omer Abaye, says Abaye Ken, if so. Matzinu le Rabbi Yehuda, we find according to Rabbi Yehuda, we have from down in the base, Tam Chom Lemot. According to you, Tam will be more severe than a mut. In what way? So, explains Rashi. Look at Loshe Rashi, the first Rashi in Holland. That could be more than many perkama bailim metaplim beneveilu. By more do we say, we said in Daf Yod, that the nizak takes the neveilu. So when you have a short time, which is the case of the Torah, you say the nevela is split between the mazik and the nizak. And in the case of a muad, the nizak takes the nevela. So and the pras nevela, the whatever the nevela is worth less, the nizak goes on the nizak. So it comes out that a tab is worse than a muad in this regard. We say yeah, that's how it is. We do find there's a case that a tam is chayav and muad is patur in the case of a shmir pchuso, when the owner guarded not a great shmir. So Rabbi Yehuda says by a tam you're more chayav than muad. So well, aim with the shabbos the Rabbi Yehuda liyan shmir the chtivi kroy. That's regarding shmir. There's a special example kosov. In tashlum shabbos do we find ever regarding pain that tam is more chomer than muad. Vatanyo, we find a brayso Rabbi Yehuda imer yochol shor shovim money. Shinogach shor shovim chamesh sloim. You have a shor with 100, and in gourd is shor with 5 sloim. Every cell is worth 4. It's 4 zuz. So if you have 5 sloim, it's worth 20. So you have a shor worth 100, gourd is shor worth 20. Then nevela yofa sela, but the nevela is worth 1 cell, which means worth 4. So the damage was 16. Will you tell me the each one takes half the chai, half the mace? Half the mace? So we'll come up over here. Reuben's shor was worth 100. Igor's shor worth 20. And now the shor is worth, the nevela is worth 4. So each one takes half. So Reuben takes half of his alive shor, which is 50, plus half of the dead shor, which is 2. And same thing Shimon. So what does Shimon get? Shimon gets 52. But his shor was worth only 20. So he's getting more than what it was worth. What is more different than tam? What is it? Why the Torah is the Torah split and said that more is different than tam? Is it in order to cause it to make a chumrah or kula? We should say it's going to be more machmir. If muad pays only what it damage, of course tam will pay only what it damage, not more. You're not going to give the one who got damaged more than what it's worth. So that can be. Says the Gemara, Rashi says over here the amount he's going to get, according to this cheshbon, is 12 sloim and a half. So 12 times 4 is 48. And a half it's actually 50. It's 50. So he says, So Rabbi Yehuda says that will never be. It will never pay you more than your original value by tam. Because it can't be that tam will be more chum than the muad. So clearly Rabbi Yehuda says tam cannot be more chum than the muad. So what's the community to Rabbi Yehuda cannot be pchas nevela. What happens if the nevela is worth more? In the time of the damage, the nevela is worth 50. Now the nevela is worth more than that. The Mar Sover the Nizagavi, the only one who benefits from the Shrak Nevela is the Nizag. That's Rabbi Meir. Mar Sover Palgo. So he says only half. That's why Rabbi Yehuda is coming and questioning Rabbi Meir. What is he questioning? Now you want to tell me that the Torah is mirachim on the mazik as well, because he has a partner in the shvach. So the one goes and says, we're basically quoting another brayso of Rabbi Yehuda. Rashi says, "Shamina brayso kamon de kolmar." Right? So he says, why is he asking this? Now that we see that the Torah gives some benefit to the mazik, the Torah says, listen, I know you damaged, but you're not completely at a loss. You will have something over here, you'll benefit from it. So if so, you have a shor worth 20. It doesn't give a shor worth 100. The nevela is worth more than the shor. The nevela was worth, the live shor was worth 20. The live shor of mazik is worth 20, and his negech shor worth 100, and the nevela is worth 50. So now the Nevela is worth half of what was worth. According to Rabbi Yuda's logic, each one takes half. I mean, what does it mean each one takes half? So now the Shar Mazik was worth 20. The Mazik has 10 out of that. The Shar Nizik is worth 50 right now. He has half. So half of 50 is 25. 25 plus 10 is 35. So he has now more than his original Shar. His original Shar was worth 20, now he has 35. According to you, the Mazik is getting more. The Mazik had a Shar worth 20. Now that his Mazik Shar is worth 100, he takes half of each. He takes 50, he takes half of his own Shar. So he right now, he takes 25 because the Shar right now is worth 50. So he takes half of that. He's getting now 35, and his original Shar was 20, so he's getting more than what it's worth. So you're getting more? Why is he getting more? We have another pasuk. Sholim mishalim buying. Yishol mishalim. The buying, they have to pay. Buying mishalim, they buy nothing. The buying pay. They don't take. They don't benefit. They don't get any money in. So my boy, why need a pasuk? Okay, that's when the nizak has a damage. Meaning you're causing the damage to lose money. So it can't be that the mazik will get more while the nizak gets less. But let's say the nizak has no damage. Meaning, in the case we spoke about before, the 20 gored a shor worth 100, and now the shor is worth only 50. So the one who got damaged lost money. So it can't be that the one who damages will make money while the one who damaged lost money. But what happens if the one who got damaged is now lose money? What's the case? Kegoin, shor shaveh 5 shloim. You have a shor worth 5 shloim, which means 20. Shenoga shor shaveh 5 shloim, and he gored another shor worth 20. And the veil is worth more. That's the case when I got mixed up before. The veil is worth more than the veil that got the damaged shor used to be worth 20, now it's worth 30. So maybe maybe we'll say, you know what? In this case, everybody gets more money. That's great. So the shor was worth 20, now it's worth 30. The mazik is worth 20. Each one takes half. So you take 10 from the live shor, 50 for the dead shor. Each one now has 25. So they both benefit. The mazik and the nizak used to have a shor worth 20. Now they're worth 25. The Hoimer showing Mishalim buying Mishalim. Bring a pasuk that show Mishalim buying Mishalim vein buying Nutlim. The owner only pays; he never takes. That's what this says. So says the word. Why is that so? Rabbi Yuda's question comes because of his shita. Once we have a limud that the mazik pays, gets chelik in the nevelo. So now the questions come. What happens if he pays it then? He gets more money. And Rabbi says he won't get it. Because if Rabbi Shita so old, that he gets a chelik in the nevelo. Says the Gemara, only have acha bar tachlifa l'rovo. So acha bar tachlifa tells rovo. In ket matzir, according to this, we find Rabbi Yudo, tam misham yoysa b'chatzi nezik. The tam pays more than half an nezik. Right? Meaning, as Rashi says, Imken, the loydori should read the pchash shapos to misa machzimachai. If he doesn't darshan like a mayor, that you look at the difference in value, and that's what the chai pays. So, we see that a tam pays more than chatzinezik. How is that? Says Rashi. There's a shor worth 50, goring a shor worth 40. The veil is worth 20. Right? So he damaged 20. So the nezik is 20. How much is half? 10. Now you divide the live ox and the dead ox. The nizak takes in a live 125. It gets 35 total. So the damage was only 20. And he pays more than half. I mean, the damage was 20 and he's paying more than that. According to Meir, you go say 1 second. What's the shor was worth 40, now it's worth 20. What's the damage? 20, you pay 10. That's it. According to Abudo, you take half of the dead, half the alive. So you're getting more. If you tell me that he will get more, that can be, that we understand can be more than more. You're not going to pay more than you damage, right? In other words, Rashi says, we know that you're not going to pay more than what you damage. That we already learned, that we already established. He's paying less. He's not paying more than what he damaged. He's paying more than half an esek. Because you take half the chai is 25 plus 10, 35. He's paying, so he's paying more than what the, so even though the shor was worth 40, and the end of the day he's getting only 35, so the nizak is not getting more than what it's worth, but he's going more than half the nezek. Says the Gemara, it says you divide the shor chai into half. He also agrees with Ramir's drasha. As Rashi says, you take only half of it. You don't take more. You never take more than half the damage. Minole, how does Rabbi learn it? Because it says v'gam esamnes yechetzun. The same passage that we learned before, gam esamnes yechetzun. We may learn that you value the damage based on the difference between the live animal and the dead animal. Rabbi agrees to that. So we already use that passage to tell me that they split the live and the dead animal. It says the morning ken nichtav kro ve'esames and the mace. My v'gam esames. Why the extra gam? Shvami Tarati, you learn from here both. So what is the Gemara saying at the end of the day? The Gemara says like this. There is a machlekes from Meir Abudo if they split the live and the dead animal, or the dead animal goes only to the nizak, and the mazik just pays the half of the damage. That's the machlekes of Meir Abudo. Everybody agrees that if there was a decrease in value of the nevela, chas, that goes to the nizak. The mazik is not responsible for that. Everybody agrees that the mazik will never pay more than what? So the more beginning says the mazik will never pay more than the damage. But the more says more than that. The mazik will never pay more than half the damage. That's what the tam does. Tam only pays half the damage. So in the last case we spoke about before, you have a shor which is worth 50, or a shor which is worth 40, and now the shor is worth 20, he's going to pay only 10. Meaning the amount of the value that the nizak will get will be half the damage. He's going to take, in that case, they're all going to agree, you have an avela, which is worth 20, and you have a damage of 20, so in Sachakol, the nizak will get a value of 30. He will not get 35. But how it's going to work? According to Rameir, he takes the avela worth 20, plus the mazik has to pay him 10. According to Abudo, they will split the nevela into two, so each one will get half, each one will get 10, plus the mazik will have to give him 20 out of his shor in order to come to Chatz Nezek, but will never pay more than Chatz Nezek. Okay, so the next Mishnah, we're running out of time over here, so we'll leave the next Mishnah to start the next Sugya in the next daf.